Alright guys, welcome in episode number 24. It is time for Government Finance Part 2. As you can see, we only built two buildings in the original episode. We've got one right here, police station. This is a government building. It used to be, I think, public services in Tropico 5. But this is a government building, guys, so we're going to go with a police station today. I'm still going to wait on the dungeon and prison. That kind of goes hand in hand with the police station. You want to have... I mean, you can build a dungeon, but you want to be able to detect criminals, and a police station, obviously, if you read the description here, patrolling the streets, and will put known criminals and crime lords into detention. So we're going to wait on the dungeon and the prison, but we will build the police station, we'll build the immigration office and the customs office. I'm actually going to start with the bank, though. Let's put in two banks, because this one is the one that actually really is a little bit tricky. And we're going to kind of focus on this for just a second. So we're going to put one right here and one right on the other side. I actually did throw in some parks. We'll go ahead and hit play on that so we can let this build. But I threw in some parks off camera because we do have a little bit of a layout here. This is just going to be like a really, really beautiful island on this part with our government, with our palace. I still need to change this palace, man. This kind of looks ugly. I don't really know what I was doing here.
For the perfect moment to strike. Or we could go
Penultimo, you know what?
If we had
I'm not producing weapons. I don't want to have to import them. We'll just spend the 12,000. We're doing fine on money right now.
The operation.
All right, so banks are going up. Let's put in the customs office. Now, this is a really, really interesting building. It's actually great if you focus on trading, which we do. So we're gonna stick this guy right down here. I love this building. It's so pretty. You can only build it once. So right there, perfect. And we'll go ahead and stick the immigration office in as well. And while this is getting built, we're going to swing over here and put the police station in. Now, let's put the immigration office just on the other side, just like that. So let's put a police station over here. This is the one thing we don't have. And I'm not going to try to pause the game too much, but we can check on crime safety. And it's actually not bad. Like, it's not affected hardly anywhere. Down over here by the dock, it's a little bad. The dock is the one place where crime kind of just goes out of control. I mean, it's where all your money is, man. Think about it. All the money is right here. All of your money is going right into this little road right here. All your exports. So we could build the police station over here, but it's a little bit isolated. And I'm not too worried about it. We're probably gonna build a second one over here at some point, maybe around this area. So for now, I'm just gonna stick it close to town. I've got a good spot for it. We're going to put it right here across from the Opera House. It fits perfectly on this little road. It just takes out one little tree there. And guys, we're still at 100,000. We're doing just fine. Once we get these banks built, I will come right back. I don't know what I'm looking at. We'll come right back. Okay guys, we got our first bank in. And one thing I want to show you all, which I don't think I've displayed yet, is the building modifiers. We have looked at this a little bit. But look at the bank here for the capitalists. It's +5. So capitalists, they really like the bank, and we just built two of them. So one of them is a +5 modifier, and communists, it's actually I think this was -5 just a second ago. It's -4 right now. So one thing, I mean, it's kind of cool to just pay attention to this. Like communists, they like the squares that we just built for some reason. They don't like the Opera House. They don't like the bank. Does anybody else care? Brutus, they don't really care. Militarists don't have anything, but yeah, look at the modifiers. Obviously, capitalists love mansions. They love the mansions. They love the Opera House because it's for wealthy people. It's kind of cool. It's kind of a fun, like, if you really want to focus on capitalism, build a bunch of banks. If you want to focus on communism, don't build any banks. It's really fun, man. It's really fun to play certain styles, and we're gonna start a couple islands themed towards the political factions. It's gonna be fun. So I just want to show you guys that. We'll check the broker while we're here. Just standing, I don't need any of this. One thing I do want to show is we finally got a rum export. So I signed a 14,000 unit rum export to the Allies. And we've got an open trade route for weapons. We'll take that. A lot of imports in this year. So we'll actually take another one from the Allies. Anyway, I just want to show you guys that. We're getting the second bank built right now. And as soon as we get enough workers, we'll show you guys what this bank looks like with two of them. And I think that's a pretty good amount to start with. You can do more, but we don't have any of the work modes unlocked yet, so it doesn't really... You're just going to have multiple banks taking up college-educated workers. So, we'll come right back. Okay, guys, we're back. We got 30,000 in the freighter and exports. 13 citizens immigrating. We just built the immigration office and the customs office. We'll check out that in just a second. We do have the police station that's about to get built. That will fulfill this demand from the capitalist. We will take the standing. I don't need the money. So let's look at this real quick. Capitalist 69 approval. We're actually looking good with the capitalist right now because of all the banks we built. And this is done. Yep, Mason will take the standing. And that's going to go up to 79. So that's why you always take the standing. Always take the standing unless you absolutely need the money. Because you see, we're at 77%. We're starting to get a little wishy-washy with some people, it appears. Let's go over here. We got the banks in. We got the customs office in. So one thing that's actually been updated, guys, is the bank makes $640 on when it's fully employed. This one is making, look at this. It's making, okay, now it's $690. So it's a tough... It's tough to figure out what the best ratio is. It depends on how many workers you have at each bank. This one is $690 with 2 workers. This one is $590 with 4 workers. Now, you can build, I don't know how many banks you can build. I don't really know the max where it starts, where you actually start losing profit, or where it's just not worth it to have that many college-educated workers. Let's look again. This one's got 4 workers, so $590. Let's see what happens. Let's just see what happens. We're gonna cut out 3 of these people. We're gonna cut out 3 and cut out. Oh, I already did that one. And we'll cut out 3 here, and then let's see what this goes to. We'll check the month of October. So look at that, 579. So used to you would be fine with just 1 worker, and that would actually be better. 581. So let's wait for another month. Just go through one more cycle. This is just with 1 worker. And I'm just going to let you guys see so you don't have to do this testing on your own. So these are 2 banks on the same work mode. National Bank, we don't have these upgrades yet. Or work modes, excuse me. Let's check November. We get a good estimate here. This is 577. So let's open this up. Let's open up 1 job each. I keep clicking the wrong one. Yeah, let's open up 1 job each. It was 575, 580 around just 1 worker. So let's wait and see what we get with 2 workers. We're going to come back to that in just a second.
Airplanes have revolutionized warfare.
Customs office. This is one where you actually want all 5 workers in here. And this has a really, really good upgrade for our island. We're going to go tourist fees in Cold War. Every tourist arriving on Tropico pays $10 base efficiency. And this one, decrease import prices by 10%. This is just perfect for trading, man. Like, you get the basic work mode here is stimulate exports. So we get an additional bonus of 1% for each worker, which we only have 1 at the moment. So if we check trade routes, look, this is now 21%. We've got 21% on our trade routes. So let's wait and see if we can actually get that up. Now, imports will go down once we get that upgrade, but we have to wait till modern times. There are work modes. We do have reduced import taxes, but we have to research that in the Cold War, and that's all right here. The bank, customs office, immigration office. That's why I wait later on until I build these in the World War, because you really don't have, you're kind of stuck with this option here, which is perfectly fine. You get up to 5% more for your exports. But then this one here is great. There's another fire. Okay, let me pause the game for a second. We gotta figure out some stuff. We'll show this. We'll show this on camera. I don't know how long this episode's gonna be, guys. Feel free to skip around. I don't know what's on fire right now. It's a shack. Oh my god, did we waste our time on a shack? I'm sorry. Let's make that easy. Don't need to send the fire truck out. What's happening to our power, though? Do we really have a network shortage? Is it just probably from... I did build a second power plant. I think we're fine. I don't... Something must have happened. That must have been a... I did just load the game, or I reloaded the game to make sure I was looking good with the recording. Okay, anyway. Same thing with immigration office here. We do have this option. If you're getting too many immigrants, if you start to see, oh, you've got like 50 unemployed, which would be crazy, check your immigration office and set it to Tropico first. That way you can hold off that, because if you have too many unemployed, you're going to have, crime is going to go up. Unemployed and crime seem to be on a correlation, a positive correlation. I guess it's this, whichever way, this way. They're a positive correlation between unemployment and crime. So if you have too many unemployed, set this to Tropico first. You can do it if you want to anyway. But we're just going to leave it on default right now. I do like having this because we can also research and get skilled. We get an increased chance for skilled workers, basically, for high school education and college. So anyway, let's check the banks. So look at this, $690. So this is, again, for research. This is for research. We're at $690 with 2 workers. Let's open this up for 3 workers. This is for 2 banks. Now, you will have maximized profit for 1 bank, but I like having, I mean, I can't remember how high it gets up to. It's around 800 maybe. I can't remember exactly. I don't know off the top of my head, but $700 times 2 is better than 800 or 900 or however much it is. So that's why we built 2 banks. Let's check now. There's 3 workers. What is this going to go up to? It's going to go down to 640. So you got to hit the sweet spot. Excuse me. Whatever, sister. I don't know why you need a restaurant. I don't know why the religious need a restaurant. That's fine. I guess they need somewhere to eat. Yeah, so 640. Okay, 640. Well, let's just experiment here. Let's see if we can get one more. Another fire? Okay, that's a bunkhouse. We'll actually have to put that one out. Come on, guys. I know we wasted our time on the shack. Alright, they're actually like within the vicinity here. They should actually be fine. Okay, anyway. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine on that. We'll put the budget up just a little bit. So let's see. Well, we're not probably not going to get... Well, we got 4 here. What is this going to go down to? This is 5. So look, 590. So the sweet spot is 2. 2 workers for 2 banks. 2 workers each for 2 banks. That is the sweet spot. That is the maximized profit of $690, in case you guys are wondering. Now, maybe if you build 3 banks, it may be different. If you build 1 bank, you may be fine with just 1 worker. But for us, we're going to leave it at 2 workers for each bank. That maximizes the profit. And that's just easy money. We're already up to 2. I don't even know what's happened. We got a treasure hunt. We got some shipments. We're at 223,000 right now because we've been kind of just cruising in this episode. So anyway, that's pretty much it. There's not a whole lot to talk about aside from these buildings. Once we get 5 workers here, we will see our trade routes go to a plus 25%. But I'm going to go ahead and take a couple of these. We'll ship out canned goods. And look at all these exports, man. We'll ship out all those. And we'll keep an import. Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna wait and purchase that later. So look, we got all our exports now. We got all these exports going out. That's good. Yeah, this is pretty much the episode on banks. 2 workers for 2 banks seems to be the sweet spot. We're gonna get $690 every single month. That's already made 12,000. This one's got built later. It's made us over 20,000 just by the time we built in this episode, which has been like 10 minutes. So anyway, build your banks when you have enough. You make sure you have over 100,000 and then build your banks because it does depend on your treasury. If you have like $10,000, you're not going to make much money at all. You're probably going to lose money. So don't build your banks until you have your economy set up. Do not build your bank unless that's your primary source of revenue. I mean, you could go just straight up banks and offices and not even have any industry at all. That's a fun sandbox mode. So anyway, guys, I think it's gonna wrap. It's gonna wrap for this episode. We'll check the police station. Actually, there's really nothing to focus on here. We don't have the work modes yet. We can. I think we can research this. We can research the police station if we want. But I'm just gonna leave it on default. I don't need. This also adds Swiss Bank for every apprehended criminal, but we don't have a dungeon, so that's not gonna do anything. Always on duty increases crime safety of the homes of the employees, but decreases job quality. I'm not about that life. So we could add 4 more job positions. I'm not going to worry about it. We're going to be fine. And again, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I think number 25 coming up. So we'll figure out what we're doing on that episode anyway. I don't really have a game plan at the moment. So stay tuned, guys. Hope you all enjoy. Have a good day.